2, 1.
Welcome back to the TLC. Today we're going to do our flavor mystery basket, or mystery vials, or whatever you want to call it. This is a blind tasting. We know the brands that are in it, but we don't know which order they're in. These are individually labeled with A, B, and C. And what we are going to try to do is we are going to try to guess whether it's a single malt, a scotch, a bourbon, a rye, whatever it is. We're gonna try to figure out what it is here. And we're all going to try it. We'll do some tasting notes while we go it, while we're going through it and trying them, and then we'll just let you know what we think. And then what I think we'll do is we'll buy a bottle of whichever one we think is the best. We will get a bottle of that, and we will do a proper review on that at a later time. Until then, do you want to start pouring? Grab that. I got A.
And today, all of these come from Texas.
Yes, it is actually called Texas Proud. The whiskey in Texas is actually new. They are working on a legal definition of Texas whiskey. So we will have like Kentucky, Tennessee, Scotch, Ireland. They all have legal definitions of what they are. Texas is working on that here. So this is a Texas Pride from Flaviar. It's really good. Like I said, this was my Christmas present, so I'm sharing my Christmas present with them. And I think we just start with A, B, and C and go right down the list there.
Works for me, and then we're each going to write down and make our guess on which one is the single malt, which one is the bourbon, and which one is the rye. I think the rye should be easy to pick out.
Yes.
The others, maybe not so much. If they're all from Texas, I'm guessing they're all smoky.
They probably are all smoky. Heather, why don't you go ahead and go first, because I'm still writing on my
Do
theme.
we just want to each do one?
We can do that. You want to start with one?
I'll take C.
I'll take B then. Tell me what you think of it.
It's a little oily. Definitely got a nice dark color to it.
Yeah, it's oily.
Ooh, it smells nice, smooth.
See, this one's rough to me.
A is real smooth. I can't quite pick anything out.
Well, I smelled that, and I am not a huge rye fan, so I'm going to go ahead and make that adjustment, because I know what I don't like.
I'm almost thinking C might be the rye. It's really got that little bite to it. Ooh.
That's good. It is good. I will say that. It's definitely...
I'm going to say that's the single batch. Or the single malt. Oh, that's good. I want to know what that is.
So when we're done, we'll pop the top. The answers are under here. So when we pop the top, we'll all know what it is. And we are drinking water and cleansing our palate and doing all that stuff. We'll roll around. Did you grab the B, or did I put it on the wrong one?
I grabbed the B. Yes.
Okay.
A is delightful.
So he's already going again. I'm drinking water. Let that settle a little bit.
This one's pretty oily too.
You're gonna go
Lighter
for the
color.
Well, I wanted this to begin with.
The C looks better. If you put them up here, hold them up here. C to me looks better.
Right? Looks like the one that you go for.
It's a little bit darker. I tend to put darkness to age when you're talking about your whiskeys and stuff, and I'm
I actually got a C.
huge fan. See, that's sweet. A is sweet, really sweet on the nose. It's like a little bit of smoke, but mostly sweet.
To me, the bourbon, I think B is the bourbon. Not sweet, kind of.
You were right. That is very pleasant.
Oh.
That is very good to the taste. I like it. I got sweetness on that one. That one to me had more of the spiciness to it. Little tiny bit of smoke, not a lot of smokiness to it. Almost like barrel smoke.
It's, I disagree. This is the rye.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, that's the one I haven't had yet.
Yeah,
It's making the base of my tongue twitch.
Yeah.
You get B yet?
Oh, no.
Try
So
B.
you get C and she gets B.
Yep. See, this one, I definitely get more smoke on. Drink some more water real quick. If we have enough left over, we'll add a little water. Adding water, a little bit of water can open up some whiskeys. I would recommend not doing it with lower proof whiskeys, doing it with the higher proof whiskeys. You get some more flavors and stuff like that. Sometimes people don't like the extra alcohol that's in it, and a little bit of water will help take the edge off. See, he's good too.
I am
Told you.
confused. Hey, that might be the rye.
No.
That is very pleasant. There's no way that one's rye.
That's not the right.
That is very
That
pleasant.
is nice. Well, after 3 in a row, and not enough water to chase it.
It's not bad either. I could definitely get more smoke on that one. It hits
Yeah.
me in there. Not like an Islay smoke, but a definitely a little smoke.
It's got that.
If I had to pick one,
rye
I'd say
kinda
that one has.
taste.
I would say that one has more of a barley taste. It's got a little bit more barley to it. This one's definitely sweeter, and to me, that's spicy. It got sweet, spicy, smoky is the way I'm doing. And so I'm gonna go C. So I have it.
I've got my choices left.
Bourbon is what I got. I got the rye, and then I got single malt down there.
Okay. I'm on single malt, bourbon, and rye.
Same.
So you have it single malt, bourbon, rye, and you have the same.
Also, yeah.
So I'm the only one that. Do we have any of this the same?
Although after going in this
No, you
direction,
screwed it all up.
No, I'm the only one. You
You're
guys
the only
went the
different.
same, and I went completely different. So we don't.
but
None
again,
of us.
going from this direction though, that last one, the single malt, almost was like a rye. So if C was A for me,
Yeah.
that would.
So
Makes sense.
I will tell you right now, by far my favorite so far is A. I am definitely liking the
Nice.
smoothiness. This one, that's why it's the furthest down. This one's a little too spicy for me. Like I said, so are you sure? Any final? You want to try another one? I'll try it again. Drink another
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, I'll just drink all these.
Maybe just drink them all in there. Do you want to mix them together and do a
No.
blend?
No.
It goes just
No,
like this for
no,
me. ABC.
I gotta
ABC.
agree. After doing C again, after those,
No,
I
you're
gotta
still
go
wrong.
with rye again.
Yeah, you know what? I kind of like B more than C. So I would say my favorite is by far A, B, C. So do you want to do the honors?
Yeah.
Or do you want me to
Yeah,
do it?
I'm
All
gonna-
right.
I was liking C on that one.
So remember, this
C,
is a coaster, so don't drop it. It's porcelain or something like that, but it's pretty.
It's tough.
So you just pick it up there. So there
And
you
the
go.
mystery reveal is
So these are the cards
Oh.
are underneath there.
trouble. Always trouble.
Oh,
Oh,
stuck. There you
okay,
go.
don't look.
All right, don't look.
A.
Which one is A?
A is, we were wrong. Alamo Black Label Bourbon.
Boo! You were wrong. I was right. That's one for me. I know this is sweetness.
Well.
This is sweetness for that. All right, what's the next one? What's B?
All right, fine. B is.
You can read them later.
Oh, well, we were wrong.
We
B
were wrong all the way
is
across the board,
Ranger Creek Rye.
I told you. I know what I don't like. I'm not a big rye fan, but I definitely got the spiciness on that.
Oh,
and by
wonderful.
default,
Balcones Texas Single Malt Edition.
Oh,
boom. So that's 3 for 3 for me. How'd you guys do?
terrible.
Man, that's so good, huh?
Over 3.
0 for 3. So the way I noticed it is this one was by far the sweetest. And if you have a bourbon, the bourbon's going to be the sweetest. This one was kind of in the middle for me, but once I had that, I knew the spiciness. That was definitely the rye with the spiciness on there.
I want to try this rye again.
Yeah, get that rye.
This one,
try it.
to me, just was almost kind of like a raw whiskey, just not very aged.
Yes, yeah, and I get that too, and I associate that with a lot of rye. But there's a lot of pepperiness to it, a lot of spiciness to it. This one had a lot of sweetness, a little bit more on the vanilla side. And as far as I would go, I would do it right in a row, A, B, C. My favorite is by far A, which was the bourbon.
Yeah.
Next was the rye, not a big rye fan. And probably the only reason why the single malt's down there is I know of a lot of really good single malts coming out of American single malts. That would be a little bit better than that.
That's what that is.
Oh, you got the flavor profiles
Oh.
there,
Yep.
don't you? So let me see here. So
Yeah.
44. Yeah, there's the
That's
spicy.
what
I
that
didn't
is,
get the
so-
cinnamon, but I got the
No,
spiciness.
but when you definitely get the nutmeg.
And the
Now that I
sweet
know.
smoke. And then I said honey. I guess you could say caramel in there. Caramel honey. I got honey on that one. But those are pretty good. So if you're interested, this came from Flaviar, however you say it. I got it as a Christmas present. This was my second set that I received, and it's really good. If you really like trying a lot of whiskeys blind, doing like we do, it's really fun. I definitely recommend them. Any final
Balcones is 3.
Oh.
C.
God, everyone's on the
Balcones?
back.
Any final words? So we're definitely gonna get the Alamo now, right?
yeah.
That's what we're gonna
Yeah,
say. We're
I
gonna,
think so.
we definitely, we'll try to get all three, do a proper review of all three. But the Alamo is definitely going to be one we're gonna get. I'll sign up for it and wait for it on a waiting list.
Balcones was definitely not bad.
No, it wasn't. I wouldn't say there was a bad one.
If there
There's
was
not
a-
one here that I wouldn't drink.
I would call the Balcones almost a Texas Scotch.
Yes.
It's a little smoky.
But it's definitely not as smoky as some of the other single malts. And like I said, the only reason I was able to pick that one out, it basically won by default. Because I had the bourbon, I had the rye, I knew which one was the bourbon, I knew it was the rye, there's only one left. If you put 5 more on there, I don't know if I would have called that a single malt. It was definitely smokier than the other two. But they are all definitely worth a try. We'll try to put down in the description, you know, all 3 brands and stuff like that. And definitely try them out. Again, we're not sponsored by anybody. We are just the Whiskey Club, Whiskey 100 Club. We're just a bunch of people that like to drink, and we're sharing our drinking experiences with you. Please leave a like, comment below if there's just something you want to try. Put it down there, and we will definitely do this more because this is fun. This was really good. My idea, by the way.